investing in right now? And you don't have to go into details. I know we're on a public podcast, but what sort of stuff are you making a lot of money, clearly? Where are you dumping that besides supercars?
Yeah, supercars are just, I need to stop. I have 28 supercars now. It's got to a level of ridiculous now where all the car brands just text me, hey, new Lamborghini's coming. What color do you want? I'm like, black. I just buy. I don't even know what they look like. I just buy them.
But I think it's an important question because there are going to be people watching this that are making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurs, business owners, making a lot of money. And they're thinking, look, I got this money. Where do I dump it? Where do I put it?
Yeah, but there's money and there's money, right? So it's different because making $100,000 a week or 100 grand a month is very different than making, let's say, $1 or $2 million a week or 300-400 grand a day. It all depends. But yeah, that's the biggest problem. The actual genuine problem with the world now is trying to find a place to put it, especially with inflation as rampant as it is.
Yeah.
Inflation, I think they tell us it's 9 or 10%. If you believe that, you're an absolute idiot. It's much higher than that. British pound's getting wrecked. Pound is getting wrecked.
Yeah.
So like energy prices are gonna go to the moon. On top of that, the currency's inflating, so we're just printing it because we have to try and fix these problems. And it's difficult. Where do you put it?
And that's my concern.
And you can put it into hard assets, but then hard assets come with a new problem because my personal view is that I wanted to be rich. And then I got rich. And then I realized what I actually wanted was to be free. And they're different things. There's a lot of people who are rich, but they're not free.
Yeah.
They can't say the things I'm saying on a podcast. They can't tell a government to get fucked like I can. If I were to just buy a bunch of houses in England and continue talking like I'm talking on a long enough time scale, they're gonna take them. This is the thing, you don't own houses. This is the reason I'm not a big real estate guy. People say, oh, I own my house. Oh, you own it. Let's talk about your owning that house. Go out and park somewhere, get a parking ticket. Don't pay it. Okay, so they add more money. Don't pay it again. Give you a court date. Don't go. They send a bailiff. Don't pay him. On a long enough time scale, may take a year, may take 2, may take 3, sooner or later, they're gonna come with a big enough piece of paper and a big enough bailiff, and they're gonna take your fucking house. They're gonna say, you owe us this money, this is your asset, give us your asset. You don't own it if they can take it from you anytime they want. And that's what they'll do. A judge will get a new piece of paper, stamp a new piece of paper, and they'll take it. Because the governments have a monopoly on violence. And that's the true underpinning of the world. The true underpinning of the world is violence. We live in a world now, which is a society which is based on violence from the absolute ground up. Not many people look at that and understand that, and the government are the only people who are allowed to be violent, and that's why they can get away with whatever they want. But everything is violence. There's a threat of violence within everything. The reason a police officer can give you a fine and you don't tell him to piss off is because you don't want him to be violent with you. That's it. He always has that in his back pocket. They've always got violence in their back pocket. This is what the government has. So to sit and go, I trust the government, I'm gonna buy this nice big house, I just think that's, to a degree, yeah, you can make money. And yeah, everything's fine as long as you follow the rules. I'm not saying it's not. But in my situation, in my worldview, it's like I don't like having someone having that kind of control over me. So to answer your question, sorry, because I'm trying to be a professional. So real estate's difficult. The currency markets are trash. Stock market's about to go down to fucking zero. It's hard. Like, it is difficult to sit there with hundreds of millions of dollars and go, what do I do with it? Where does it go? It's hard. And I found some solutions, which I can't say on the podcast, but it's difficult.
I mean, I'm gonna have to come back to the real estate thing in a second.
Sure.
Because of course I wanna defend real estate.
Absolutely.
So what are you buying, bro? Just a hint. I know you can't go into detail, but like, is it Forex? Is it crypto? Is it business?
Yeah, you have to diversify. You diversify, and then you look for emerging markets.
Right.
And truly, what I'm doing now at my stage of my life is buying power. So I thought I wanted to be rich. I didn't want to be rich. I wanted to be free. You're only free with power. And in the American political system is a perfect example of lobbyists and lobbying.
Yeah.
So like, they will lobby for things. They'll come along and say, I'll give you an example. Why are there no high-speed trains in America? America's huge and rich. High-speed trains would be fantastic for America, but the rail network is basically non-existent. The reason is because the oil companies lobby both political parties to make sure that they don't build trains, everyone drives. Long highways is good, sells a lot of gasoline. That's what they want. So once you get to a certain level of money, you realize you want political friends. So you're like, okay, I want this law, or I want this law to work this way. Or I just want someone I can call if this happens to me. And you just start giving a lot of money away, effectively. And you're trying to buy power, and that's the way it's always worked. That's what these huge corporations and companies do. Why do you think they're paying 0% tax? You think we could come for them if we really wanted to, but we won't. Because the whole system is so rigged. We can talk about this forever, but people don't understand the whole system is so entirely rigged. You and me are both going to run for a position. We're going to both run for, let's say, the mayor of nowhere town, some imaginary place. I've sold my soul to the devil and you haven't. So you're an honest man and you want to make the companies pay tax. I don't give a shit. I just want power. So the companies give me money. So one, I get a nicer campaign trail. Two, the companies also own all the media. So they lie about you, tell the world you're evil, like they just lied about me. They lie about you, tell all the horrible things they can, say I'm a good person. They fuck with your bank accounts, mess with you, lie with you in the media. You're trying to run your campaign. I'm fully funded. The media's on my side. Tour bus, posters, da-da-da. Who's going to win? I win. And then what do I do in return for the company who I sold my soul to? Don't worry about tax. Don't worry about it. We'll just tax that dude in Sunderland. He'll pay the tax. Don't worry about it. It's a scam. It's all a lie. Whole system's a lie, all of it from head to toe. Every single thing is a lie. And I think a lot of the reason average people don't know this or pretend they don't know this is because by pretending to be ignorant, they can sleep at night. Because if they truly understood it, they'd be like, my life's just, I'm in the matrix. I'm just being, my whole existence is a waste of time.